Good morning to the guys on stream there on YouTube. Welcome. And good morning to Andy, David, Paul, Rab, Sasso, and Anthony here in the room with me. We've got a whole host of guys sitting next door that's not in the room with us, that some will fly, some will not fly with us. But they can't hear me unless they watch the YouTube stream. So good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
Morning, Geert and Tommy there on stream. Guys, so what you see on stream is actually an interesting thing. I started over an hour ago, almost 2 hours ago. I happened to open my X-Organizer. It told me my global forests had a problem. I opened this ORBX Central. I clicked on verify files. You see over here. And it's taken almost 2 hours to get here. So it downloaded like 99% of the data. It told me there was 18.4 gigabyte of data it wanted to download. And I mean, we did this installation during the week and it was perfect. I had no problem, right? So now it went to 18.2. So we shot 200 megabytes and then it stopped. It put me in a queue. I closed the ORBX Central, open it back up, and that's the result. Now we're waiting for this thing, and the other guys are probably ready to fly already, and I haven't even started my explain and did anything else. So I'm stuck. I don't really want to stop it and continue later. I mean, if we're sitting here half an hour from now or 20 minutes from now even, I'll stop it. But I'm hoping that it will be a good install and get over and done with, and I can also go enjoy the flight now. That's the plan anyway. So strange how things happen.
So there's an opportunity to mention what's happened yesterday evening and overnight, Nico.
We can. So for those of you that are aware, or those of you that are not aware, I'm going to make you aware. There are a handful of users that are experiencing a crash to desktop and NVIDIA device loss error when they start their explain and they load directly into the Zibo mod. We found two workarounds. There's two ways of fixing the problem. The first one...
Nico, is XP12.
Yes, explain 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put the parameters clearer. It's explain 12 beta 9. It's the Zibo mod. I'm not sure if it's the latest or the second last or both, but let's call it the latest version of the Zibo mod, and it's the latest NVIDIA drivers. Those three things, latest NVIDIA drivers, latest Zibo, and the beta 9 of explain. When you start explain and you fire up the Zibo straight, no other aircraft, you just get in the Zibo and you start that flight, or try and start the flight, it will get to something about the world. It's trying to load world files, something, and then it goes like slow, takes a few minutes, and it comes back with an error. You click on the button, it crashes to desktop. Okay, so the two workarounds, one is simple. You just revert to your previous NVIDIA driver because it doesn't create the problem. The other one that we figured out, and Zibo was the one who put me onto it. Now, I don't know, you guys probably know, I've been advocating starting the Cessna 172 through the whole of Explain 11 just to make sure that the Zibo code actually loads properly, right? He actually started with it last night again, and he suggested, and believe it or not, it works. So if you have the latest driver, latest Zibo, latest Explain, and you get that crash and the device loss error, the answer would be start the Cessna 172 first, spawn at the gate, let your computer fully load the Explain world and everything else that you've got. Once your hard drive stops spinning, what you need to do is you wait for that and then you start the Zibo mod. Okay, as easy as that. And it works. Every single person that has tested it for us has now come back and said, yes, it's working that way. So we cannot find a problem in the Zibo code yet. We simply can't see it. We don't believe it's Zibo code related, because if it was, everybody would have that problem. Okay, it's a simple test. If everybody has it, it's a Zibo code problem. If only certain people has it, it's got to be something peculiar to your system, okay, and particular to your system, which we don't know. And we've got one guy in the Zibo team who's got the problem, and we spent hours last night trying to figure out with him. Each and every one of us, Zibo, me, trying, everybody in that room, everybody gave a suggestion. We all tried everything. It just doesn't work. The only way to do it is to uninstall and go back to an older version of NVIDIA driver, or to start the Cessna 172 first and then start the Zibo, and then you're fine. So I don't know if we are going to be able to figure it out, because if it's not a Zibo problem, it's not a Zibo problem, but we're going to keep our eye on it. And if we find something, or if one of the clever users come up with an idea that we can test again, obviously we're going to look at that. But those are the two solutions on the table this morning. So I hope you guys can use one of them.
Question.
Yes.
In the good old days, you said start with a 172, and then eventually we discovered that a developer reload solved the problem.
Yes.
Does that still apply?
No, because you can't even spawn into the Zibo to do a developer reload.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, it's during the startup phase where it just dies.
Oh.
So, yeah, the only, let's call it an in-explain solution. So in-explain solution is start with 172 first. An outside explain solution would be to just go back to an older NVIDIA driver. That's it. That's what we know this far,
I'm impressed with the new frame that I'm getting without GeForce Experience installed.
Yeah, you took it out to test. Yes, correct. And
yes.
You said you got like 5 or more frames per second back just by uninstalling GeForce Experience.
In XP12 is even more. I had a peak of 55 frames, which is crazy. I used to barely get 35.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Well, I know a lot of people, even Zibo, he does not use the NVIDIA Experience. He told us last night, And me, I like it because that's how I take my screenshots. And I don't feel like taking it out and then using the built-in explain screenshot tool. But maybe
there are other easy small program that you can use to get the screenshot done.
Well, I've got Lightshot, but every time I use Lightshot, I get a situation where the whole explain freezes and allows me to take the screenshot. I think the only solution for me in my scenario would be to actually just use the built-in. I think it's shift spacebar or control spacebar. I don't even know because I don't use it. Just to take the built-in screenshot with the Zibo one. I'll give it a bash sometime. Not today, but I'll see if it makes a difference for me too, because I can do with an extra 5 or 10 FPS.
It's amazing.
Good. I'm glad it works for you.
I actually increased a bit the settings, and now I have a sturdy 30 frames inside the cockpit. If I go outside, it goes. Look now.
Wait.
55,
I'm not looking.
56.
I'm not looking. Hold on. Let's put you on stream and then the guys can see as well. There's Sasso stream. Yeah, 55. And what's it inside the cockpit? 29.
Yeah, 29.
Well, for you, that's a major achievement. So, good.
Absolutely.
Good. Are you flying with us this morning from Bratislava?
Unfortunately, I can't because I have to go in less than an hour.
Okay.
Just doing cowboy style.
Okay.
That's XP12, by the way. I
Yes,
just
yeah, I
want to
can see.
test something.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for sharing.
I mean, while you wait for that to complete the installation.
It says it's just done, so I want to go
Oh,
back to
perfect
X
then.
organizer. If X organizer breaks it now again, then we know it's X organizer. Then I can at least log a ticket. So I just want to start up X organizer and see what it says now.
Yeah, makes sense.
Nope, no more errors. Now, you tell me, how can something be installed on a Tuesday or a Wednesday and on a Sunday morning it's just broken for no reason? I don't know, man.
It's just Sunday, man.
They
don't want to work.
It's annoying. Anyway, okay, there we go. So I'm going to fire up my explain. Let's get cracking. Let's go do this flight. All right, so the idea of flying from Bratislava, LZIB, came in because we were all, visiting Zibo in the dev room last night. So if you bear with me, I think the whole idea is just the dream of, having gone to visit him, now we're going to fly all back home or somewhere else. And that's where the whole story started. So we're going to leave Bratislava this morning and go to Frankfurt Hahn. In the VA, that was the most sensible flight to do. The other flights are way longer, or we've done them already, so we haven't done this one. As far as I know, on a stream anyway. So here we go. This is what it's about now. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted back. You guys are now all of a sudden very quiet.
Sterile cockpit.
Oh, we're not there yet. Are you guys planning to fly? Obviously. Okay, then I understand it. It's yours there, I'll go. But no, Ranky. Morning, Krister. Good morning, good morning. What's working, Krister? Sorry, you lost me. Hey, you know what? I'm just thinking out loud. I think I boosted all my settings to the right last night in the testing. Because we were even looking at different slider positions that could cause the problem. I might have to just bring the sliders down for a decent FPS now. Good morning, Linda.
Hello, Captain. Nice to see you again. Please remember to start the A cars.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring them a bit down again.
I see we got a cowboy in our midst again, Nico.
Not me.
I can just imagine Sasso. He's got his hand out the window with his riding crop slapping the side of the aircraft.
So, there was a joke on Facebook that was floating around a little while ago.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, depending on who the person was who told the joke, he changed the carrier name. You know, so the one guy called it Southwest, the one guy called it Ryanair, the one guy called it, you know, British Airways, whatever. Just obviously just a joke, but it goes like this. The flight attendant comes on the PA and she tells the cabin, ladies and gentlemen, right, now I need to get my words right. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has recently seen Top Gun. He's asked that you kindly fasten your seat belts and hold on. He wants to try something.
I am ready for electrical power-up procedure.
Can you imagine?
So let's see, gents, if we can arrive at the runway with no power. I'm just waiting to get the gear down. Let's see.
Now you say those kind of things and the poor people on stream don't see it. Let's quickly put you on there. There you go. There's Sasso. Let's see.
Still with the gear up, because I just want to use all my lift.
Okay.
Now I get the gear down. And the speed is just there.
Very good landing. Very good landing.
Fluff 15,
Okay.
No thrust. That worked.
I've done a few of those in my life as well. Right, I'm going to start lighting the fires now to get all of this done. I need to get connected to see everybody as well. Right. There we go. Ooh, that looks cool. Couple of tixes already. I wonder if Uncle John has left already. I haven't even looked on WebEye. He's probably gone.
No, he's having to set his aircraft up again.
Oh, all right.
He's got FMC problems.
Ooh.
Did you have miserable weather?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you got the same. Yeah, okay.
Oh, we're flying real weather, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm flying real time.
Guys, I'm wondering, I see your screens and I see you have the number of the other flights on the eye.
Yes, sir.
And I have not these numbers.
Andy, click on plugins in Explain. Plugins, go to Iveo Pilot Client and then toggle plane label.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nico. Thank you.
No worries.
You know your stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's good. It's here.
Okay, cool. Very good, sir. $650. All right.
Let's break this aircraft.
Right, so apparently we use runway 04, that's the preferred runway for takeoff, or 13. I don't know who picked what, but I'm going to use runway 4. Right, just to make sure, let's just calibrate this baby again.
Nico, you've had your Alpha and Bravo now for how long? Almost a year?
Alpha a year, yes, and the Bravo will be a year in January. So it's over a year. It's actually over a year for the Alpha already.
So for those that are still stuck with the Logitech, how would you rate your experience so far?
Very good to a point. The Bravo and Alpha both have design flaws. Very obvious, very glaring in your face design flaws. And it's sad because when you are living in South Africa like we do, and if you do not buy local, then it's almost more expensive to send it back for repairs than it is to just buy a new one. Just throw this thing out and get a new one, you know. So my only suggestion would be buy local, buy from Takeoff, you know, so that in the event that yours also breaks, that you've got a place to send it back to, and then it's their problem how they finance the return to San Diego, you know, it's their problem. For me, what has happened, for those of you that have followed me a while now on my channel, you'll know that I do this calibration quite a lot. One of the things, and I mean, let me also use this opportunity to just apologize to some of you. Some of you warned me in the beginning that it's the cable. There's like an RJ45 cable that connects the yoke to the actual base of the Alpha. And the funny thing is, in the beginning and for months, many months now, all I did to fix the loss of the buttons, because all the buttons on the yoke just die during the flight, sometimes 20 times in a flight. I just go back in, I recalibrate, and they're back. So I did not touch the cable. I didn't care to even, you know, worry about the cable. And you won't believe it, at the end of the day, it is something, it's either the cable or it's the plug connections inside the yoke or the base of the yoke. All right, because all I do now, believe it or not, is I just touch it. I just put a little bit of force on it. I would move it either left or right, just to move it out of the position that it's in, and immediately the buttons start working again. So there's a connection problem, and if you go and Google that, I think that is probably the most noted mistake in the design. Everybody complains that the cable or the connection or something with this cable is not working. So that's highly annoying.
Or wires off in the throttle, in the throttles.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to that, Mac. In the throttle itself, okay, you've got this situation. Let me find a nice picture for you quickly. There. Just behind, you see, these are the big engine knobs. Do you see there are little white knobs? Now, those are supposed to be the thrust reversers. They sit on top of the lever, basically, right? And they are connected to the most flimsy, most useless, most rubbish wiring internally in this design of this Bravo. I mean, mine didn't last 6 months and they are both broken. I cannot use the reverse thrusters at the top. I took a picture, I sent it, I spoke to one of the guys in San Diego, and he was so nice until he heard I'm from South Africa, and then he stopped talking to me. He's just ignoring me. End of it, so... at the end of the day, it's literally, if you take my shipping costs to get this back to them and have them repair it, it's going to cost me more, probably double, than to just throw this away and go buy a new one from Takeoff, and then once there's a problem, just send it back to them. So, in terms of while it's working, let's categorize it in two different sets. While it's working, it's magnificent. There's nothing in my mind that in this price range can beat it. There's nothing. This is like the top of the range in this price range. But these two design flaws, the one on the yoke and the one in the Bravo, is silly. It's really silly. I mean, I don't understand why you can't just spend 50 cents extra and put a better, decent cable with more solder, to just tie it properly and make sure that it doesn't snap off. Because, I mean, surely somebody did some R&D and testing and stuff. I just don't know. I don't get it. So yeah, I still recommend buying them, but buy local. So in the event that if it breaks, you've got a recourse. You can send it to someone and make it their problem. Because right now I'm stuck. What I don't help myself with, I don't have. I hope it makes sense.
Is there no ways that you can actually replace those cables yourself?
You can, but there are actually quite a few tutorials on YouTube that you can go and watch how to do it. But I mean, you have to, the yoke cable is easy to do. It's a 1-to-1 RJ45 link. So it's like a normal LAN cable without the twist. Okay. I just haven't bothered to do it because it's just so easy for me to just touch it and it comes back. Okay, that's easy fix. The problem with the Bravo is you need to strip this thing down. And unless you are electronically qualified in some way, whether it's through hobbies or actual qualification, you're going to just break it. If you watch those videos, it is very intricate. It is one hell of a task to open it, to strip it, to get to it, to fix it. There's this one video specifically where the guy actually shows you how to make it better, to do a better job. But yeah, I honestly, I don't have the time for it. I can't see myself stripping this thing down, taking a huge chance and maybe not even get it fitted back together properly, and then it's broken anyway. Then all I've done is just wasted money and time, So yeah, that's where I'm standing with it right now. Beautiful product. I can tell you one thing, it is amazing. So if you break it down in the categories while it's working, yes, it's awesome. I mean, you can't get better in the price range, but once it breaks, you have to have somewhere to send it to, otherwise you're stuck.
Thanks, Nico.
No worries.
Oh, Nico. Can you, if I forget, can you ask me to mention, can you speak to me after the stream?
Yeah, about what?
The new VA.
Okay. I remember, Mac. Good morning, Reggie. That's it, Steve. That's a good way of describing it. It's an amazing product. One thing I also want to tell you, the precision when you fly is amazing. With the Logitech / Cytec yokes, you only had like X amount of degrees that you could turn the yoke, and basically they used some other piece of software like the driver or whatever controller. They would multiply it. So if you turn it like 45 degrees, you would get a 90-degree angle. So they used some, trick to make it, fly the fly. But with this alpha, I mean, this thing turns 90 degrees. It's the precision that you get from it in your flight controls. Man, it's mind-blowing. It's really good.
Yeah.
Right, I better get going because everybody's waiting for me, guys. 3 minutes for that.
And no response from the actual developer that they began to replace or fix or modify that harness?
No, they do, but you have to send it to them. And that's where the problem comes in. Go do yourself a favor, get a quote for a size box that would fit both of these devices and all the kilograms, and try ship it to San Diego from Johannesburg. Forget it.
I'm just thinking now, would there not be a newer version?
There is, yes.
Of the product.
There apparently is a newer version. It actually, I'm not sure if it's specifically made just for Xbox or if it's going to be Xbox / PC. But I saw some pictures of it the other day. It seems like it is already in circulation. I'm speaking under correction, but there's definitely talk of that. Yes. But if they haven't done it. So they're obviously asleep. And I think they've done that already. I think they've already looked at it, at least. It's weird, eh? Weird.
Because there was an incredible amount of hype around the product before launch and during launch. So it really got very good ratings until this harness issue became a problem. Which obviously only happened after X amount of hours of use.
Yes, of course. My yoke lasted more than a year before I started picking up on it. Okay, and my Bravo lasted 6 months, then it broke.
And you don't move your yoke and your Alpha and your Bravo out. You leave it in its position all the time.
Yeah. They fixed to my table. No, they fixed. I think by now they've grown into the table. Put some roots.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Right, so let's have a look at this map. Which way do we push? For runway 4. Go this way.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledge, call me through the menu when you are ready.
There's a nice 45-degree headwind, 103 knots.
Are you flying already? Are you in the air?
Yeah. Okay. Top of descent. Top of climb already. Past top of climb.
Wow. Oops.
I left after John. But then he left.
Ah. On F21, we're going to do final. We're not going to do that. Yes, we'll do that. Let's go check it quickly and get our QNH. 1024. Actual fact, you know what? Let's go back. Let's just do it differently. Stick there. Current weather conditions. Taking into account.
Ready for pre-flight procedure. Trim up.
Okay, starting my APU.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
$49, and now that that guy is done, we can go and remove the plan fuel. You guys must always remember, if you use plan fuel, to go and remove it, and then just check your V speeds again. Oops.
That's a major threat.
Yeah.
Major.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Nico?
I'll show you now. Mac, when you use plan fuel, yeah, to get your weights and balance and performance into the FMC while the fuel is still loading, you cannot leave it in there, because otherwise the calculations will never change, and you'll get skewed and broken calculations in the FMC further on, because it will always base it on that side. You need to take it out so that it bases it on the ever-changing fuel. So to keep up.
If you put the plan fuel in, it works.
Yes.
Yes, but then during the flight, to have the proper reading, Mac, during the flight of the actual fuel on board, you have to have the plant fuel removed before starting the flight. Of course, yeah.
Oh, right. Didn't realise that.
Yep.
Is that the same in the real plane?
Absolutely. What we do, we sometimes on the ground, we use route 2 to load the way back route during the first flight. So then when we land, we just double check the OFP and we say, okay, the weather is good, there are no NOTAMs, there is no particular weather expected, nothing regarding delays and stuff like this. So we decide the fuel that we want for that trip. We load into the planned fuel and that will consider the arrival fuel for the second leg. But then, as soon as we are happy with that, we immediately delete the planned fuel.
Wow.
Yeah. Because if you, let's say, if you are on the init riff page and you insert a planned fuel, so what you are expecting to have from the fueler of 8 tons, let's say. And then you double check with your colleague, okay, with 8 tons of prime fuel, we are gonna land with 3.0. We are more than the reserve, happy days. And then the fueler does a mistake, and instead of loading 8.0, he loads 6.0, okay, for any reason. If you don't switch back into the init ref page and see the difference between the plan and the actual, the progress page will still say 3.0 on arrival because it's based on the plan fuel.
Yeah. No, I
you need to have that one clear.
And I was thinking, yeah. Wow. But that would be a simple mistake to forget. That's what I'm getting at. I'm surprised they haven't.
That's your two in the cockpit, and that's why on the final CD, on the final FMC preparation, which is based on the new zero fuel weight and the speed, both pilots really double check every single line of that init ref page.
Wow. I can understand though why it's a Boeing option to not have that planned fuel element in the FMC.
Yeah, that's why Zibo made it an option, Mac, because there are carriers that don't have it because they
That's
are
what I'm getting
scared.
at. But
Yeah, they're scared that the guys will forget.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Interesting.
Right, let's get automatic Unicom going.
I mean, this is where modern airlines have moved on, because in the old days, fuel management was all the responsibility of the flight engineer. But when the pilot's got to do dual purpose or dual role, obviously his workload has increased.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot. But it's interesting, you know, when you start off as a flight simmer and you've got this grand idea that I'm going to pretend I'm flying, you never think of things like this, you know. And a while later you find out, oh, there's that element, and then you find the next one, and that's where my excitement lies. I like finding all these little nuggets, you know, to make it more realistic when I simulate, you know.
I mean, crikey, I hate to think how many aircraft I've refueled in the past. It's definitely the top hundreds, probably into 1,000 plus.
Nico, one question. What's your local time at the moment?
It's 9:44.
Local.
Yes.
So you went back by an hour as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm talking here about Bratislava. In South Africa, my local time is an hour later. It's 10:44 now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was talking about South Africa. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. So we are now 1 hour split. Okay, fine.
Reggie, I don't see the tower. I've got a different tower here. It's not the LZIB tower that I'm looking at, eh? Right, okay. I just need to see that I'm not gonna bash into one of my company aircraft, and then we can go. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
There's Uncle John. Okay, thank you. Sorry. At EDFH, thank you. Yeah, him I can see.
Hello, friends.
Before start procedure complete.
On tower right now.
Oh, thank you. Excellent.
Thought this is a good idea.
Yeah, thank you so much.
starting pushback and you can start the engines.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
So glad she's listening to me again. Oops. Got it, Reggie, got it.
N2.
So guys, just a friendly reminder, while it immediately dawned on me now I need to speak about it, please guys, remember we're getting to winter. Winter ops is going to be very significant now. So, you know, with all the added realism and stuff, make sure you understand winter ops in the Boeing and that you run the proper procedures. Otherwise, you're going to fall out the sky or something terrible is going to happen. You might not even take off.
You've got to remember that the great industrial nations have created climate change. It might be a lot warmer this winter.
Proof is in the pudding. Seeing is believing, Mac. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, here we go with the conspiracy theorists.
No, it's got nothing to do with it. We'll see. We'll see. The other day they were telling me...
Operation complete, set parking brakes.
The other day they were telling me it was very warm and all, and then the ship froze up. So, you know, it all depends on the time of day. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Start number 1 engine.
Connecting tow, stand by.
Yes?
Starting number 1
which
engine.
program do you use to take screenshot?
GeForce Experience. That's what I use.
No, the other one. You said you have another one.
Yeah, Lightshot. But let me put my display capture on. Let's see if it actually does it for you. See if you can see that the screen goes gray. Do you see if the screen is gray now? Just count to 8. You'll see it come up now.
Great.
Yeah,
there is another program that comes with Windows, and that's called Snippet.
Yeah, but it does the same thing. It basically, what it does is it freezes your screen, allows you to snip to show the area you want to take, and then you take it, okay? So, the only other way... Sorry, this guy's talking in my ears. The only other way to do it is through the screenshot utility built into Explain, and I can't remember what it is. Screenshot. Take a screenshot, is shift and space.
I just hit print screen on my keyboard, and then it saves the image in my on my drive.
No, but then you've got the program doing it for you. There's something doing it for you. Windows doesn't do that, man. If you take print screen, it goes to memory. Then you have to open Paint and then paste it in there. If it's just a Windows thing.
No, mine goes straight to my OneDrive into screenshots directory.
Okay, then I'll have to investigate that.
No idea. I've got nothing loaded.
But it could be a OneDrive thing then, because it's not a normal. It's not a normal Windows.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
If you use the print screen, it definitely writes it down, or you could set it up.
Engine start procedure complete.
Folders, but it will never go into the copy and paste bin, so that you can paste it directly, by example, in here Discord or wherever. So therefore, you need
that's
one
true.
of the
That's true.
Yes, it just puts it in memory. Yeah, it puts it in memory. You've got to take it in a program and then export it or save it and then share it. But you see, with Lightshot, what I do is I set it up to send it automatically to the web server. It then puts a link in my memory. I can then go to Discord and I simply press Control V to paste it. It pastes the link, and Discord then changes the link into the picture because it reads it directly from the web server.
Yeah, but you've got an option in the snipping tool thing of setting it up for a window snip or a full screen snip.
Okay.
So,
but then, Mac, there's another issue. Remember, I've got 5 screens. If I don't specify which screen I want to take a screenshot of, I'm going to get a whole bunch of garbage anyway.
Yeah, you'll have to click on the screen. Once it goes full screen, you just focus the mouse on the screen and it takes the full screen.
You see, now with the GeForce Experience Mac, all I do is I make sure that my focus is on the explain window, and I press Control. Print screen is the key combination I set up for myself, and it works.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there are so many options.
Yes.
But,
no, that's true. That's true.
I was just thinking, if somebody's got Windows, there is a Windows program, but it's not called Snipping Tool anymore. It's called it's a 3D thing now.
Paint 3D. Well. No, Paint 3D.
It's called Snip and
Sketch.
Skip and Sketch or something. Yeah, it's a 3D program rather than just 2D now.
Okay.
Anthony, what's your ground speed?
Taxi lights on.
Ground speed. It's way too fast. 349. True airspeed 419.
Yeah, that's slow. I've slowed down to 0.67. Must be catching you up quick. I was on 7.1 or 7.2, which was average. So I slowed down anyway. There's only 10 miles between us.
Yeah, I've got 0.72 as a mark, but unfortunately there's a 85 knot headwind.
Yeah, I've got
He's wrong in the Zibo.
85. Oh, I've got 24. That's the difference.
Vian, where does it put
so
that
the Zibo is wrong.
Into.
Vian said if you press the Windows button and press print screen, it takes a screenshot. So my question is, where does it put it? So I want to show him something. Maybe it's in pictures. It is camera roll screenshots. Oh, it puts it into pictures screenshot, in your profile picture screenshot. Now look at this.
What's the combination? Sorry.
Windows key, the Windows flag key, plus print screen. Now you see, because I've got 5 screens, look what it does. This is exactly the Windows thing. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It takes all the screens, screenshot of all the screens once. So for me, that doesn't help. That is why I've got the GeForce Experience, because once I've now clicked this, look at the top right hand corner. I think you should be able to see it there. You see, I've just taken a screenshot, and that's all that happens to me. And then I can specify the folder where I want it, which will be this one. Ooh, no. See, there's the picture I just took. There. Exactly where we are now. Close it. See, that's what I get with GeForce Experience, and it only takes the simulator. It doesn't take anything else. There's no edges. There's nothing additional. I don't have to crop it or edit it or anything. And that's why I use GeForce Experience.
Sorry, I'll have to pull out. I forgot to press the start on AgCast, so I'm gonna
Don't worry about it. Johan.
Yeah.
Complete your flight and do a manual pirate. Just go click on the manual pirate button and fill in the blanks.
Thanks, Nico.
Okay, then you don't have to stop.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Nico, because I was wondering how you got your screenshots, because I got all 3 the other day. Because I changed the screens around. So, GeForce Experience, okay.
Yeah. Now, wait until we're in the air, then I'll show you how the light shot one works as well. I'll give you the rundown on that one. Now I need my chart back on screen.
Oh, this is so unusual. Having electricity for the whole weekend.
I tell you. But don't worry, Eskom is aware of the problem. They'll fix it on Monday. before takeoff procedure. Anthony, I'm not sure.
Procedure.
I still have to follow up a little bit on it. But here in our complex, I don't think the reading of the meters is that kosher, and I don't want to sound funny, but I mean, my last electricity bill was like 3,000 rand, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, what do you mean 3,000 rand? With all that load shedding that's happened, how much did this electricity cost go up? What the hell is happening here? So I'm waiting for this month's bill. I want to see what this month's bill is, because I'm used to paying like 1.5, and when I really push it, maybe 2. But damn it, an extra $1,000 over 1 month. It doesn't sound right there.
That sounds a bit rough. Probably took average, or they have been taking an average during the winter period.
Topped it up, yes.
And now I've taken a real one, and then unfortunately hit you in the negative. Obviously, you don't have prepaid.
Yeah, no.
I take a meter reading every single morning, and I know exactly how much I'm using every single day.
Yeah, you got it with these people now. Yeah. Listen.
So even the water as well, eh?
Yes. Yeah, the water, I've got 2 water meters because of the same nonsense, and my water has fallen almost to very little. It's very, very little my water costs. Okay, so guys, coming back to this flight, let me send out my notice and get going. I'm lining up. Good morning, Robert.
Stabilized.
There we go, power up. TOVKA. For whoever is behind me, if there's anybody, I think I might be the last one. Or second last one.
Takeoff thrust set.
Man, we've covered a lot of bases this morning already, eh?
80 knots. Throttle hold.
Up.
frames on XP11 with X Enviro. That's crazy.
Nice.
Unbelievable. My little tiny computer.
Acceleration altitude.
Didn't you buy that computer 2 years ago?
Yeah, but it was a very basic one. Wow. Enough for me.
Didn't you buy one and then sell it, and then you had to buy another one, and that was the basic?
Yeah, but that one was broken. That one
yes,
was broken. Yeah, there was the problem with the BIOS chip or something similar.
Thanks, Krister.
Flaps 1 set.
Right, and we're off. Right, so there's Detlef waiting for us. Thank you, sir, on tower. And there's Anthony. There is Reggie. Who's 335? Oh, Andy. Excellent. There's David. Welcome, David. There's Johan. Neil. Me. Nice. Where's Uncle John? Did he crash again? Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that.
He had a problem with his autopilot.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back. I'm in front of Nico.
I thought so, but I don't see you on Iveo. Did you disconnect? Because I saw you taxi past me and I waited for you and then I did my push, but I don't see you on Iveo whereby.
Well, I see you on Iveo. I'll disconnect and reconnect.
Okay. Because I saw you. That means we're 8 people. And
approaching transition.
It's strange, there's such a difference in the wind.
Yeah. Tommy, I don't know if you joined a bit late, but did you get the message now that you should start, if you're using the latest NVIDIA driver with the latest Zibo with the latest X-plane, you should start your flight with the Cessna 172 to bypass that crash to desktop and the NVIDIA device loss error that you get when you start directly with the Zibo mod. Did you get that message now? Because I'm on the latest driver, I don't have a problem, Zibo doesn't have a problem. In fact, nobody on the Zibo team has a problem except for Dominic. And he's not here, so I can't ask him if he's fiddled anymore or if he will still fiddle or what it is. But excellent. So yeah, just bear in mind, if you do have that issue, that you need to simply just start the Cessna 172. I don't have it, Zibo doesn't have it, like I said. We can't fix something if we don't have it and if we don't know what it is, because it just doesn't appear to be a Zibo thing. It's not a Zibo problem. Zibo is acting like the catalyst, which could mean that it's interacting with various different add-ons or something. You know, it's a mixture of things that could be causing it, but it's not in the Zibo code as such that it can just be taken out, it seems.
Gents, I'm just testing something in Dublin on XP11 with X Enviro. On final in Dublin, I'm at 2,000 feet. I have 190.29 knots and I'm approaching runway 28.
29 knots.
29 knots cross.
Yeah.
The weather is great. It's okay.
But the wind's not so great.
Well, he's stable. He's not just... Yeah.
Tommy, don't upgrade if you don't have to. Krister is correct. I've got the same idea in my mind. I don't upgrade unless I have to. If Zibo did not ask me last night to do the testing with him, I wouldn't have upgraded my VJ driver anyway. You know, so I'm currently on the latest and it works for me.
Also, if you upgrade to the latest NVIDIA driver, then fire up your XP11. Because what it happens, I never tried the latest one with XP12, so I don't know, but I got graphic problem, no crash to desktop, but problem with latest NVIDIA driver on XP11 and the Zibo. So I had to downgrade.
Okay, I'll go check that.
Oh, glad I heard that. I've not done mine yet, so I'll leave it.
Nato, is that real weather you're using at Dublin?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah, X Enviro. On the ground, from the meter, is 160 at 12. And you can see X Enviro. Look how smooth it is, getting your correct weather there.
Well, if I look at the real world weather,
yeah,
it says Dublin 160 at 10 on the ground. Meta.
Yeah. No. And look what I have now in the navigation display. I have 156 at 13 up 100 feet.
Okay.
It's smoothing down, which is perfect.
Yeah.
I just want to double check the go around issue.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, what you were talking about last night. Yeah.
Now it bloody worked.
Crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. Alright, let's do a landing. That's crazy. Oh, here the 28 right. There it is.
Okay, I said I will show you how the light shot thing works. So I'll show you just now. Good morning, SW Aviation. Right, so on my system, I use control and print screen for the GeForce to take my screenshots. You know, there you can see I'm not focused on explain, and that's the error I get. Once I focus on explain, control print screen, there it takes a screenshot for me and puts it away. Now, if I want to take a specific thing, let's say for instance we're doing testing, right? And all I want, for instance, is let's say we want the FMC. Okay, so I don't necessarily want to download a 4 megabyte file to send to Zibo. So what I do is shift and print screen is my combination. It turns my screens gray, and then what I do is I literally mark the area. Now I can take the whole screen as well, it doesn't matter. Once I have this little toolbar, and I hope you guys can see this, I really hope you can. Once I have this, I can either save it to disk or I can upload it to the web server. So I'm going to upload it, and there you see it's busy uploading now. Alright. Okay, so now that it's uploaded, it's literally in my memory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you, let's take a web page. So this is my default web page from Edge. So because it's in memory, if I go paste and I go to that link, it immediately takes me to my database, you know, on the web. There's the actual photo. Now, when I take that link, I can put it into any forum. I can put it into Discord itself. Let's quickly just find a reasonable room where I can show you quickly.
Sorry, Nico, I will just jump out on this. I just have to go. Sorry.
No problem, enjoy.
Talk with you soon. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Right, so let's just use this room for now. So in Discord, all I do again is I just paste the link, I press enter, and then the transaction is between Discord and the web server, and there you go, it gives me my picture. So I don't have to save stuff on my system if I don't have to. I just put the link in Discord or in a forum somewhere, wherever, and then it just shares it out. It's easy as that. So those are the two ways that I take my screenshots, either with control print screen with NVIDIA GeForce, or I use light shot and I go mark the area. See, now I can, let me just for the heck of it show you, I can mark the whole screen. I can do exactly the same thing once that upload is complete. We'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3, paste, and you'll see now the next thing that I get. See, now I mark the whole screen and it gives me the whole screen. It's easy as that. And those are the two ways that I take my screenshots.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, Tommy. I like this system. A while ago, I can't say how long, but maybe a year ago or so, Lightshot did something stupid, and what happened was they got blacklisted on some or other antivirus program, and it took them a month or 3 to just get out of the dwang there. But effectively, I don't want to expose too much of my personal stuff here, but this is you can obviously make a little account for you on the Lightshot server, you see, and then all your screenshots go there. Once you're done with the screenshot, you know, you just click the delete button and confirm, and it's gone, you know. So it's got this added little feature as well that you can, you know, keep some memories if you really wanted to, you know. Delete, will show you that one, and delete forever, and it's gone, you know. And literally, if you want to share, let's take that one, right? We can copy the link, okay? We can now go to either Discord or a forum somewhere, or like a browser, and then you see I've just put the link, and there it gives me that picture. See that little one there? There it is. I can obviously click on it as well, and it shows me the same thing. So I'm very fond of Lightshot. If you guys want it, it's free. I just log in with my Google account, you know, my normal Google account that I use all over, and it gives you your facilities.
Nico, is this on Windows?
Yes. Are you not on Windows?
I am on Windows.
Yes. Okay, now then you can get it. It's called Lightshot. Let's see if we can do this for free. If I can share it with you quickly. Oh, you know what? It works on Mac and Linux as well. Haha, look at that. I didn't know that. Here's a link, guys. If you want to try it.
Thank you, Nico.
I'm going to put it in Skymatix chat for you guys here on Discord. But it is now in the stream as well. Oh, we do not have one for Linux. I apologize. I didn't read it. I just saw the emblems. You can still use it using Wine. Okay, so anybody that uses Linux will probably know what Wine is. So yes, it still works, but then you have to run it under Wine or with Wine. Okay. There you go. The Apple one is definitely there, and the Windows one is there. Yeah. So we learn, huh?
Would that be white or red, Nico?
I think they actually the screenshots are actually red. It's all red wine.
No, I prefer red wine.
I hear it's more sweet or something. I don't know. I have no experience with it.
Red has more tannin in it.
My friend, so we have also an approach controller.
Yeah, thank you. But the way that it's depicted on the map, he's more towards your west than towards your east.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
I suppose not, eh? Oh, Kevin has joined the party late as well. Uncle John? He's still here, yes.
Yes, sir.
Please don't go yeah, please don't go and worry about it, but I still can't see on Iveo WebEye, so I presume you're connected, but my WebEye just doesn't show you. So it means we're 9 people flying this morning.
Correct.
Flying as well, but not on Iveo.
Okay, so then we're 10 guys. That's excellent.
Well, I'm trying out the new ACARS, the new website.
Gotcha. I've done a few flights there as well.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very decent flight right now. There's no fluctuation in speeds, icing, turbulence. It's just a nice flight.
I must admit, this is my first flight in Beta 9, and the turbulence at altitude isn't as bad as it was in 8. Would you, anybody else agree?
I agree. I'm just scared that we might be saying it because of the current weather conditions. You know, we didn't test it to do it the same time.
I must admit, I've only got 19 knot crosswind at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's not gusting like it was.
Damn it.
Zibo did say last night he thought the
turbulence is over exaggerated.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. That was at the lower altitudes. I'm now approaching 50,000.
Yeah, I was looking at that last landing of mine from yesterday morning stream.
Oh yeah. That I mean,
crazy.
At low levels, I think it's when meta comes involved. In other words, the ground weather, rather than just the upper altitudes. Because the upper level doesn't include gusting, does it? Whereas the meta for landing includes gust winds.
Apparently so. Well, I've got 205 nautical miles for top of descent. I think what I need to do is run down, fill the kettle and switch it on. And if it doesn't take too long, quickly make myself a cup of coffee.
Ask the wife what she wants to drink.
My dear sir, her sister came to fetch her just now. She's out for the day.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, she's got to celebrate somewhere, and if you won't celebrate with her.
Yeah, but it wasn't my choice. So I can't really say anything about it. SWE Aviation, I want to show you a trick. I want to show you something. Before I go and make my coffee, you see. If I miss my coffee now, it's your fault. Let me quickly show you a trick. It's something new. Okay, so in the new NVIDIA driver, if you go and select your X-plane, there are 2 things that you need to look out for. The first one is maximum frame rate. Now I usually put mine on 32. That's just me, I love it. Right, that one. Background application max frame rate, I put on 25. I'll explain what it is right now. So for the X-plane.exe, while you're running X-plane, you have now set 2 boundaries. You have set an upper limit and a lower limit. Okay? So what I'm going to do, oh shit, but I can't. I have to restart X-plane now to show you. But basically what happens is, this one comes into play while your X-plane window is focused. So when I click on X-plane like that, it means it is now focused on X-plane. So the VGA driver will try and ensure that you run at 32 maximum. Okay, so you can dip, but you can't go past 32. That's your upper limit. Okay, but this one is your lower limit. So what happens is the moment you click on any application that is not X-Plane, that's outside of X-Plane, it is going to use the NVIDIA driver to try, it's going to try its utmost best to not let your FPS in the X-Plane drop below 25. Okay, so in terms of what you were saying, and this goes for VATSIM, it goes for all the other online flying networks, Aveo, okay. So what happens is, obviously, if you have a potato PC like mine, sometimes it does dip below 25. Sometimes you still get your warning, but this will cut your warnings down. On my system, it's cut my warnings down by 90%, because in normal general flight, where you don't have excess weather or you don't have excess silly little sceneries that mess up your processing in X-Plane, you should, while you have these two things set, you should never drop below 25 when you click outside, and you should never go above 32 regardless. Okay, so this is a neat new feature that came in a few versions ago, so I would highly recommend go try that. Try it on your system, because 90% of all my FPS warnings goes away, because has gone away, because typically because I've got the 5 screens that I showed you guys already, I tend to click all over the show. I mean, for me to show you something like this means I'm clicking outside of X-Plane. I'm clicking in the OBS software to actually get things like this going. And if I just concentrate a little bit more, I don't mess things up. Sorry guys, let me just quickly go fix this again. Oh man, I hate it when I do stupid things like this. So that has to go off.
Don't forget your coffee.
Yeah, wait, we'll get there now, Uncle John.
Good one.
It's my own silliness, clicking the wrong thing. What I wanted to do was this. I wanted to show you. Okay, we can rerun that one now. Let me go hide edge now. You see, anyway, so the principle is every time I click outside of X-Plane, what happens is Windows or whatever system, the NVIDIA drivers, will depreciate your FPS in X-Plane. Or this works in Flight Sim the same. Okay, it will depreciate your FPS, but the moment you focus, it then obviously, you know, lifts the FPS again. And you know, so now I don't have to worry about getting all those nasty messages when I click things like this. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go get my coffee. Speak to you just now. Think of more questions or things we can discuss, guys. We'll be back now.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back, and I've got my coffee. Hope you guys took the opportunity to grab some yourself as well. Yeah?
Just a quick one. In your legs page, what speed have you got at FH510? That's the OLGIL approach.
Hold on. Mac, start again because now I'm confused. OLGIL?
On the legs page,
yeah.
Go to OLGIL, then after that you've got FH510. What speed have you got there?
OLGIL 240 at 6000A. Then I've got FH517 at 213, flight level 070.
Okay, and what about FH510?
185 or below.
Okay, it's all right. It's chosen it correctly. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries. Okay, coming back to the questions. SWE Aviation. Explain 11 as a nasty habit. I'm not sure if you're referring to that. If you start Explain 11 and you, by mistake or on purpose, click on that window while it's loading, it goes all white. Now, depending on where you are in the startup process, it will actually kill X-plane right there, which means you have to go to Task Manager and kill it and start again. Or if you're lucky, after 2 or 3 minutes, it will all of a sudden revive itself and it will go through. So I'm not sure if you're meaning that. I haven't had that in X-plane 12 yet, but the big thing with X-plane 11 is never ever click inside of the X-plane window. Don't touch the X-plane window, in other words, just let it go, because the moment you click in it, you run the risk of killing it. And thank you. You have an avionics question, Eugene. 1,000 feet. RVSM is 1,000 feet. There's a couple of tricks that you can do. You can sidestep. Where do we have that lovely feature again to sidestep? Mac, help me out here quickly. Help the buddy. Offset. There we go. Under route. You see offset? So I can set up an offset of, let's say, 1 mile, 2 mile, 10 miles, whatever. And what then literally happens is the Boeing will draw a new route parallel to your current one, but at an offset. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it, like I say, RVSM is 1,000 foot. It shouldn't, in general, in normal operation happen. But look, in the real world, you've got ATC. They're going to tell you to vector you out of the way, or to increase or decrease your speed, or whatever that would be. In terms of the simulation, your choice if you want to use offset. Offset will only work during the cruise phase, by the way. It won't work during the climb or the descent or the sit and the star. There's actual limits that Boeing built into it, which is reflected in the Zibo mod. So just be careful with that one. Otherwise, go heading select, vector yourself. A couple of things that you can do.
It's I think it's 2 miles is the minimum offset for overtaking purposes. It's applied on the North Atlantic routes without air traffic approval.
I haven't used this thing. Yeah, I know. I haven't used this thing so long.
Yeah.
You see, I might be out of the parameter, the valid parameters now. You see, I could be in a situation where it's not allowing it. Now, this is based on actual Boeing data, so whatever. Obviously, it's not going to work.
And the other thing is, it has never properly got the angle right yet when it steps over and so forth. It was a bit of a unfinished project as such. Yeah.
All right, I didn't realize you guys didn't fix it or finish it. Sorry.
It works and it shows it, but the angles aren't quite right.
Yeah. Okay. To answer the Reggie question, Reggie, where are you? Are you here? No, he's upstairs. He can't hear us. To answer the Reggie question, Reggie is famous for doing, this whole thing where he flies too fast or too slow, or he comes too close to other aircraft. The nice thing about Reggie is he usually vectors himself around and out of the situation. Okay, so we used to him. That's Reggie. That's what he does. But in the real world, ATC will not allow it. It will definitely be stopped long before it happens, etc., etc. That's cool, Eugene. You're welcome to use voice if you're sitting here with us. I know some guys don't like it. Not sure if you're one of them, but you're welcome. Okay, Robert, enjoy. Neat.
Yeah, sometimes I want to use voice, but the push to talk always fiddles me around, so I thought I'd try it.
No problem. No, I don't mind either way. I'm just saying to remind you, you know, that you're welcome to use voice. That's all.
But true, words travel faster than typing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's a nice group flight to watch, actually. It's cool.
Yeah, I like it. From the start, from the outset, starting the Skymatix story and the Zibo story and everything else I'm involved with, it's always been to get the ordinary people involved, you know, to make friends, to have a social club, to have the ability to just socialize with people.
Ready for descent procedure.
I'm sitting here and I haven't done my job. Sorry. Sorry, and then I had a coughing fit. Okay, so the idea has always been to draw people closer and to make them feel at home and all this other stories. So, no, I hope you guys enjoy it. 1019 is fine. Right, we need to drop 700 kilograms there, so 63.8. That'll give us a landing value. Right, so we need to start our descent soon. I'm going to stop myself at 10 because we'll be under radar control then. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We are flying an RNAV approach. Okay, so there's no ILS frequencies involved. We do still
But
need
it could be that the approach controller gives you ILS approach releases.
It could be, but I can ask for RNAV, or I could just not tell him.
Yep, you can do.
Right, so 211. What I'll do, Detlef, is I'll make sure that I have the ILS frequency, you know, in the system. So in the event that he does change and, you know, things happen, then I don't have to worry. Anyway.
Exactly.
But the forward planning there. SW Aviation, I'm glad you got something from the stream today, man. Right, so we need to... There's Uncle John below me. Ah, I've got your visual, Uncle John.
I didn't tell you I was there.
I never doubted you, but the silly web eye didn't show you. Why am I overtaking you? That's the next question.
You must be going too fast.
I don't know. That's weird. Obviously, Uncle, it's not, but weird.
I'm on 0.75.
Yeah, I'm on 0.767.
There you go.
Yeah, it's because you're lower than me. What's your altitude? About 32?
22 exactly.
Interesting. I'm sorry. Runway 21 still active. Yes, departure arrival 21. Yeah, thank you. Right, so we're going to keep to LNAV, VNAV until we got. It's a nice PC, but it's old. It's 7 years old now, and it's time for an upgrade because I do run into situations, especially with 5 screens and doing the streaming and everything at the same time, where this is really just a potato PC, man. The other problem I have is it is not Windows 11 compatible, so I need to upgrade for my business.
Approach top of descent.
To get it going. Here we go. Who's looking for a date?
Possible attempt like I showed. My frame rate's on basically it's down to 3 frames at times.
Why?
No idea. Into the area.
That's very strange, sir. Very strange. Dracula, sorry man, now I deleted it and now only I see you were looking for a date. Sorry man.
Oh, I thought Linda was.
Askies?
I thought Linda was.
No. They ask so nicely, but we don't want to help. So we're nasty. Right, started my top of descent.
Skymatix VA Flight, left heading 240, cleared LS runway 21.
List 240, wait for ILS for 221, Skymatix 052.
Long and radar, good afternoon. Skymatix 001. We are inbound from the east, sir. Next waypoint is Sierra Papa Echo Sierra Alpha, and we're inbound to Frankfurt on Skymatix 001, flight level 300.
Skymatix 001, long radar low identified. Proceed direct to Olivi, descend to flight level 120.
120 and Olivi, Skymatix 001.
Skymatix 33 Hahn approach. Skymatix 335 at established on approach 21.
Skymatix 052, speed 170 knots or greater until 5 miles funnel.
Maybe you're no longer on my frequency.
Skymatix 052, speed 170 knots or greater until 5 miles funnel.
I don't find this waypoint is sending me
Speed 170 knots or greater, till 5, Skymatix 052.
Which did you
Skymatix 115, speed 220 knots.
I could have misheard him.
Speed
I think
220
he's talking
knots,
about
Skymatix
this OLGIL, but I'm not sure if that's the one. I'll have to ask him again. Long and radar Skymatix 001.
Skymatix 001, stand by.
Sorry.
Skymatix 115, turn left heading 300.
Left 300, Skymatix 115.
Skymatix 001, pass your message.
So just to confirm, the waypoint we need to go to is OLGIL, Oscar Lima Golf India Lima.
Negative, Oscar Lima India Victor India.
Right, I don't know that one, I'll have to look for it. Stand by, Skymatix 001. I don't have such a waypoint.
As what?
Skymatix 115, turn left heading 240, clear direct approach from Metro 1.
Yeah.
Right, Olivia is the start. If you look at the approach map, OLGIL and Olivia is on the bottom.
Contact
It's
interior.
a different way in.
119 air, decimal 655, thanks for your service, goodbye.
Okay, I'm looking for it. This is what I'm getting to, I'm looking for it.
It's on the OLGIL 3A, 3B approach, but it's the 3B approach from Olivia rather than OLGIL.
Skymatix 115, no speed restriction.
I don't see it. I'm looking
No
for
speed.
it, Mac.
Skymatix 115, thank you.
Put it on the chart.
So which approach do you want me to choose you? The 3A?
Yeah. Or 3B, so.
That looks pretty good.
And you see you've got OLGIL in the middle and Olivia at the bottom.
Mac, I have no idea what you're talking about. Absolutely zero.
Hang on. Let me stream it.
Local has a capture from Bay, correction 21, Skymatix 115.
Skymatix 115, contact tower 119.655, goodbye.
Hello. Calling tower 119.655, thanks for the service, ciao. Skymatix 115.
Okay, I'm going to drop out of my layout.
Skymatix 001, did you capture Olivier?
Okay.
Right, there you go, Nico. You got Olivia at the bottom here.
Stand by. Sir, I'm still looking for that waypoint. That's Skymatix 001.
Skymatix 001, after Olivier, cleared Olivier 3 Alpha arrival.
Thank you, that helps. Olivier 3 Alpha arrival, Skymatix 001.
Guys, did you hear me?
Yeah, Nick was
I'm just going to
talking
mute
to
myself, hold on. Can't listen to everybody at the same time. There's still no Olivia. I still don't see Olivia. I'm lost. So if I don't come right now, I'll just disconnect because, I mean, it's not part of my flight plan. So I don't know why anybody would send me to anywhere that's not part of my flight plan. That one might be the right one. Let's do that one. Now I've got it. See? Not bad for an idiot, I suppose. Ship it. Long and radar, Skymatix 001, turning on course to OLGIL as requested, Skymatix 001.
Thank you. And Skymatix 001, expect that as aboard runway 21.
Thank you, ILS for runway 21, Skymatix 001. And we'll go for the ILS then. I'm not gonna bother. Shame the poor guy is busy already. Right. Give him extra work. Right guys, I'm back and I figured out what the story was thanks to Tommy on the stream there.
Okay.
Thanks Mac, but between the ATC guys and everything happening, I just had an information overload.
Yeah, no problem.
Glad I've got coffee now. I know one thing I need to change now that we've got the ILS is also the minimums.
Skymatix 001, turn right heading 310.
Turn right 310, Skymatix 001. Damn it, man. One 795. Here we go. Oops. It's to be 1019.
Just have a look at my screen.
Okay, 2 seconds, John.
Skymatix 001, descend to flight level 70.
Not going to be too late then.
Flight level 70,
Right,
Skymatix
what's the problem?
Down to 0 frames.
Really? Wow. Oh.
Is this X-plane 11 or 12, Uncle John?
11.
Ooh, then you've got the memory leak.
Yeah, it's old for ages.
Yeah.
Quick question, John. Just click, go minimize your screen and maximize it again. I'm just wondering whether the figure's missing off the left. No, your X-plane one. Click the little minus.
It's up there. Won't go up there.
Well, you're in window. At the top right-hand side. Click the minimize. Now open it again.
Skymatix 001, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Down to the bottom, your X-plane 12 button.
Skymatix 001.
There you go. Oh, is it? No.
Skymatix 001, increase your rate of descent.
Will increase rate of descent. Thank you, sir. Skymatix 001. Let's go. Speed brake out and nosedive.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches on.
It's a bit fast, eh?
Skymatix 001, turn left heading 240, cleared ILS approach runway 21.
Left 240 and cleared ILS approach runway 21, Skymatix 001. Thank you, sir. 40. Thank you, sir. This is about the high speed approach. Deadlift. I think we're going to do a flaps 15 landing today.
Approaching transition.
Oh, my button is stuck.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist. 1000 to level off. Localizer capture.
Skymatix 001, contact tower 119.655, goodbye.
119.655. Thank you for your patience, sir. Enjoy your day, Skymatix 001.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Have a good day, Skymatix.
And Alpha 4,
Flaps 57.
Sorry.
Skymatix 115, frequency changes approved. Thank you for the flight.
Monitoring Unicorn 122, that's a make Danke für Service, schönen Tag noch, tschüss.
Danke dir, bis dann.
That was Skymatix 001 on the ILS runway 21.
Skymatix 001, welcome to Hahn. Hello, Nico. Wind 150 degrees 7 knots, runway 21, clear to land.
Runway 21, clear to land, and thank you, Detlef. We'll see you soon.
Ready for landing checklist.
That was one heck of a dive and high speed and all. That was wow. Hello, Flight Symmetrics. Thanks for joining, man. Right at the time that it counts most.
And Nico, local rollout to exit Charlie is approved.
We'll do our best for Charlie. Skymatix 001. Better get that chart up to see where Charlie is. Where's Charlie? Maybe. Charlie. Okay, there's Charlie. Go up the brake too. Well, so far everybody said that this morning everything is stable, and I can concur. I mean, this Zibo is stable. The wind is coming almost from on the nose, so got a big problem there. I'm not entirely happy with my frame rates, and I don't even have scenery or anything here. This is just vanilla. Explain, whatever. Must be something interfering with it. Sure.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing.
I must say the aircraft handles the localizer much better now. Thank you, Zibo. Not sure why it seems to be picking up the other ILS. Looks like it's looking at the other side. I don't have my downwind ILS disabled. It's not disabled. That's interesting. Not identifying it correctly. You have the correct frequency. Yeah.
1,000 feet stabilized.
Well, it's working, whether it says so or not, but this is interesting. Screenshot time.
Taxi lights on.
That wind's moving, eh? Left, right, left, right.
500.
Clear to land runway 21.
400. Approaching decision height. 300. Minimums. 200. 100. Take rate. 50, 40, 30.
Can't look now, I'll check for you afterwards. Let me just land. Ooh, now we've got that silly go slow. I've got very little control, but that was not a bad landing.
Reverse unlocked.
India Hotel Alpha Whiskey is what it should be. places at the same time. Thanks, Tommy.
Flaps up and set.
Thank you. Skymatix 001, runway back at Charlie.
001, taxi to stand Alpha 3 via Alpha.
Alpha 3 via Alpha, Skymatix 001.
And again, for you, you couldn't use Delta because of the weight limit there. It's 14 tons maximum.
No problem. Thanks for your consideration, sir.
I don't want you to see you breaking down.
Of course, of course. Detlef, please repeat the stand number. It's Alpha 3, you say?
Correct, Alpha 3.
Thank you, found it. After landing procedure. Hey, did she not do it? After landing procedure.
After landing procedure. After landing procedure complete.
Welcome to Frankfurt on, guys. It was an interesting stream, eh? Tommy, thanks for watching. It was nice. We covered a whole wide spectrum of things today. Fantastic. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it, and I'm happy. You too, sir. Enjoy. Enjoy. Have a good time, and we'll speak to you next time. Skymatix 001 on the blocks. Sir, thank you for your service and for approach, and I hope you have a good day. We'll talk on Discord. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Frequency change approved. Have a good day.
Why don't you fly the Zibo mod anymore? That's not good. You need to fly the Zibo mod. I am glad you like my stream too, but I'm just curious now. Shutdown procedure. And then my explains hanging up. Please don't bomb now. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure. Ready for shutdown procedure.
I'm back on Discord.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Detlef.
Nice. No worries. Very good.
Yes.
Nice that you're back. It was so quiet.
Ah, sorry. What do I want to do now? Ground handling deliveries. Skymatix. Okay, got it. So I hope you sort it out and come back soon.
Ready for a shutdown checklist.
That truck takes a huge chance to just drive under that thing like that without anybody checking. Anyway, that's it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and it looks like it, and thank you so much for joining. Have a good day, whatever you do, and we'll chat later if possible. Stay well, guys.
It was a pleasure. Goodbye, Nico. Goodbye to all.